High school teacher who groomed a teenage student before performing a sex act on him is identified after she loses her bid to keep it a secret. Well, I guess for once there wasn't a double standard, because I could just imagine the reaction to a male teacher who groomed a female student if he requested his identity be kept a secret. Yeah, the courthouse would have been hacked and his identity leaked that day. So I honestly expected that because this is a whammons, they just slap her on the wrist and not bother with this. But they actually did. That's the white pill here. So a high school teacher who admitted to grooming a 15-year-old male student and performing a sex act on him has had her prison sentence quashed, but lost her bid to keep her name suppressed. Oh, that's the trade-off, huh? So she doesn't go to prison, but her entire community is going to know. I wonder if Straya is low-key trying to let this problem fix itself. Auckland teacher Maya Leaney Adams, 27, was initially sentenced to 2 years and 1 month in prison earlier this year. Yeah, if she was a man, she would have gotten at least 20. Adams has pleaded guilty to a charge of sexual conduct with a young person under 16 in current year -2 when Adams was 25. According to court documents, Adams had initiated contact with a student on Snapchat. So that's probably why she became a teacher in the first place, so she could prowl. She began grooming him through flirtatious measures, complimenting his appearance and gifts, including vapes and access to her credit card. She also removed him from school after detention to take him for haircuts. Also, he was getting detention on purpose to be groomed, huh? In September, current year -2, Adams drove the team to a secluded car park where she kissed him and performed a sexual act. But they didn't say what it was. She later urged him to keep the incident secret and began sending him nude photos via Snapchat. Because there's no records of any of this stuff, right? No one keeps records. No one will ever find this out. My account's private after all. Later that month, she took him to a cinema, provided him with alcoholic drinks, and began engaging in a sexual act, both during the film and afterwards in the same car park. Yeah, at this point, he knew why they were meeting up. Yeah, boy, screenshotted every pic. Hell yeah. He might need this in his defense for when he gets sued for child support later. According to the victim impact statements read in court, the boy became disengaged from school and suffered emotional and psychological distress as a result of the abuse. At the sentencing, Judge Brooke Gibson described the case as a serious breach of trust, emphasizing Adams' position as a teacher and the vulnerability of the student. She rejected her lawyer's request for home detention. You are a teacher, and I think a significant aggravating factor, deterrence and denunciation and accountability require a sentence of imprisonment in your case. Adams sobbed in court as the prison sentence was handed down. The sentence was appealed to the High Court. I wonder where she has the money to keep doing this. In his decision, Justice Gerard van Bohemen agreed the original sentence was manifestly excessive and quashed the prison term, reducing it to 10 months home detention. Well, really? Like, could you imagine if the genders were reversed here? Like, if this was a man that had sex multiple times with a 15-year-old female student? Do you think they would have judged prison time to be excessive? And just, oh, yeah, you're just under house arrest for 10 months. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So I guess she's her gambit paid off with the appeal. She got a fucking cuck-ass simp judge. Her lawyer, Emma Priest, argued that the offender was limited to 2 sexual encounters over 3 weeks, that Adams was remorseful, and that the age gap between her and the victim has been smaller than in other cases. She also cited Adams' low risk of reoffending and her offer for of reparation as mitigating factors. She said she's sorry, just as Van Bohemen accepted that imprisonment would have been disproportionate impact on Adams' young daughter, and ruled that she did not meet the threshold for inclusion in the sex offenders register. So she had sex with an underage boy twice. Oh, but that's not serious enough to be listed as a sex offender. Yeah, meanwhile, guys can brush up against a woman on the subway and they're a sex offender. Okay, I see. I'm satisfied Ms. Adams did not pose a risk to the victim or other children, he said. Okay, are you willing to stake your freedom on it? If she does reoffend, are you willing to serve that prison sentence in her stead? If you're not that sure, then shut the fuck up. Yeah, you're not the one that's going to suffer the consequences of that. However, Adams' bid for permanent name suppression was denied. Now, this is the only good part. The court ruled the public interest in identifying her outweighed any potential hardships. Public interest is not diminished by Adams leaving the teaching profession, the judge noted, adding that her name would remain public and no further appeal would be filed. Yeah, well, how are you going to? I mean, it's not like you could take it back now. After they already revealed all of this, and then, psych, we're just going to unreveal it. We're going to do what was it? What Splitgate 2 did. We're just going to unlaunch our game. Has any game ever unlaunched and actually been successful? I mean, I guess maybe Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, that's the only example I can think of. Like pretty much every other unlaunch has led to ultimate cancellation.